Over the past couple of months, I've found myself every time, when I look at a problem, especially an issue that someone around me, someone close to me, or even me myself has been facing for a period of time, even though it may seem so far fetched, I feel like I have the ability to actually find a solution to it. And to most people, I don't want to give examples, but that may even sound delusional. That may sound, that's literally impossible. But for some reason, I have this supreme self belief that I will actually accomplish and get the issue out of the way. And I don't know what that comes from. I don't know if it comes from, just confidence. I don't know if it comes from, I honestly don't. But I feel like ever since I've started self improvement in 2022, progressively over time, whenever I look at something that needs to be fixed, whether it's related to me or not, I feel like I can actually fix it and I will eventually fix it. Now, most people often, I hear them every time, the average person's life is full of complaints, complaints where they have an issue or a problem that they've been facing for a period of time and they don't even try to actually solve it. This is one thing that I don't even understand how people physically do this. You keep complaining about something and you don't even want to solve it. Like, does that not occur to your head that there's an equation called 2 plus 2 and there's an answer to it, 4? Most people ignore the 4 and they keep complaining about how 2 and 2 plus 2 has no answer. This is kind of like example I'm trying to give you. People keep complaining about stuff, but never for a second do they think, you know what, I can actually solve this and get rid of this problem so I don't ever have to complain about it again. No, I'm gonna sit and complain about it because it's fun to talk about, it's easy to complain and sob about it. I do not understand. I genuinely am asking this. How do you do it? How do you do it? It's a skill in itself because I can't develop that skill. I hope I never develop that skill. I don't know what you guys think about it, but I've developed this belief that I can honestly achieve anything. It may sound ridiculously far-fetched, and I feel like, you know what? Yeah, I can do it. And I don't know if I'm sounding delusional myself, but I feel like this self-belief is so important if you actually want to achieve great things in any aspect of life. You look at any popular sports person, right? They're fighting for a position that millions and billions of people are fighting for at the same time. And if you don't have that, almost that cockiness in you to say that, you know what, I am the one, I deserve this, I'm going to get that. If you don't have that in you, people will call it being overconfident. They can say what they want, but if you don't have that in you, you're just going to be like any other dude. You're going to be like any other girl. Like, that's not going to change. You need to have that belief that, you know what, I'm going to pull off something amazing. Your whole freaking family may be suffering and drowning, and you need to be like, you know what, I'm not like them, I'm going to be someone else. Most people don't have that. Most people just, this is the thing, when you're around certain people, it's natural to be just like them. You are more likely to encapture their thoughts, their way of thinking, their mindset. You don't want to break free of that. You're just constantly surrounded by that atmosphere, that energy, that vibe, and it's like that gets hold of you as well, unfortunately. Whereas if you're a successful person, you're surrounded by successful people, you're going to have that kind of a mindset. Let me just give you an example for a second, okay? You've had a really tiring day, you've done a bunch of things, you're super tired. One is an athlete, one is just the average person. They work out here and there, whatever, if they wanted to. The next morning at 6 a.m. they have a marathon. They could choose to skip it if they want. The average person is probably going to be like, you know what, I worked really hard yesterday, I'm going to skip it. The athlete is going to be like, you know what, this is a nice challenge, let me go and see what I can do. This is the mindset that you got to have, that self-belief in yourself to do anything. It's not even about doing it or not eventually. It's just about believing that you can do a lot of things. That belief will give you tremendous confidence. The way you walk, the way you present yourself in front of anyone, you will appear like a person with confidence because you feel like you can dominate. You feel like you can literally do anything, and that's a great feeling to have. And I feel like for some reason over the past few months, even though I've not achieved anything incredible, I'll be honest, I've not achieved anything incredible in my life, but I have the belief that I will. I don't, you can put hate comments down, I don't care. I just have the belief that, I will. That I will is so important for anyone, for you, for your, I don't freaking know who, but at least for you it is important. And most people don't have that I will. Instead of thinking like, you know what, I can do something and get better, they're going to think, oh, let me just complain about it instead. Because everyone has the same issues, right? And then you surround yourself with those people, come together, talk about your problems, and then not do anything about it. Return to your original life, come back again 2 months later, talk about your problems. This is how most people lives goes, and it's sad to see, but just when you look at a problem, find a solution. Every time you look at something that's you're in a difficult situation, try to find a solution. Try to find a way to come out of it successful, come out of it on top. Don't sit and be like, oh man, I'm really stuck here, I can't do anything about this. Don't get bogged down by it. Try to find a solution, because things don't come easy. Especially the great things that you want in life will never come easy. In order for it to have any value, it'll take time, it'll take difficulty, it'll take a ton of effort. And when eventually you go through all that and get the results. It's going to be a tremendous feeling.